Hello and welcome back everyone to another Minecraft modding video tutorial. In this tutorial we are going to create a replica block. So this is the easiest way to create a block, and I am going to show you how to do this. Now first thing is, once you're in Eclipse, this is what I forgot to tell you guys last time, is that in order to get all the files, you have to click on the client, click on src, and then go to net.minecraft.src, and then here's all the files. That's one thing I forgot to tell you. Also, another thing is, when you create the new Java class, in the source folder, click browse, click client src, OK, and then for package, go net.minecraft.src, and that's how you do it. And then you put name mod underscore tutorial, which I already have, and which you guys should already have too. That's just some clarification. I'm sorry for not having that in the last one. Now, the first thing that you guys want to do is underneath, sorry, I like to have this neat, inside this folder, go enter a couple times and have a comment called blocks. Now this is, having two slashes allows you to have comments inside your modding, or your code, sorry, and it basically, it's just there for your eyes to see, so it doesn't show up, it doesn't do anything, is what I'm trying to say. Now, in order to do a replica block, you're first going to need a texture, and I have the texture. We are going to be making blue glowstone right now. Okay, so I have the texture 16 by 16. If you guys don't have, if you guys don't know how to make one, I find that the best thing that I can use right now for free is paint.net, and I'll have a link in the description for it, so just look it up, download it. It's free, very simple to do. You just basically go new, canvas size 16 by 16, and then you basically just zoom in as much as possible. And see how this is white? It means that there's an actual background. So what you can do is you can delete this whole thing, and since you have these squares, it now allows it to be transparent. So if you don't want it to take up the whole entire block, that's what you do. So let me get out of this now, since I already have it. Don't save. This is the texture that we're going to use. I'm going to show you how to implement it after I'm done the coding. So you're going to need your texture. Now the next thing you want to do is, inside your mod underscore tutorial, in your blocks section, you're going to want to type public static final and then block. This means that you're basically stating that you're making a new item in it, and that it is a block. That's basically what you're saying. Now if you want, since we're making a replica, we're not going to have its own class, its own Java class for this block. In the next tutorial I may do that. But for now, you want to go to, scroll through the net.minecraft.src, and you should find the block.java. You want to open that. Instead of scrolling to find stuff, you can also click here and then basically start typing block, and then it'll show up and it'll search for it. Now anyways, go to the block.java and Control F to find something, and do glow, because I'm looking for glowstone, right? So there's, or redstone glowing, no, glowstone right here. So close this. So basically all that you have to do is, you can copy this, since I already have the public static final, I don't need this part, so you can copy this all the way over to the very end, Control C, bring it back, and then paste it. And since I have this, we're going to make blue glowstone. I'm going to change this, and I'm going to name it blue glowstone, and it is going to equal, this is what it means, it's going to equal a new instance of block glowstone. So we're using the block glowstone file, so we're making a replica basically. Now the first parameter here is the block ID. So 89 is already taken, so you can't have an ID that's already taken. So as you see here, there's 89, 88, goes all the way to 136. That's always the first parameter that you need to have in there. 136. Just to be safe, I always start off with doing 200. Now the second parameter is your texture. Now this is a number which is referring to the terrain file inside your .minecraft, and then inside your jar and your bin and the Minecraft folder. Inside that, it is referring to a 105th spot on the sheet. Now in order to have your own texture in here, there's actually two ways you can do it. You can have it so that you just have 0, and that means that it doesn't take any of the textures, and then inside the public void load, this is where it like loads up a lot of the textures. You can do blue glowstone dot set no, what is it? Dot set, come on, stone dot set, let's see, not set, dot block index and texture, block index and texture, this one, and then have it equals. Now this is where the mod loader function comes in. Make it mod loader, capital M, capital O, mod loader, dot add override. So lowercase a and then capital O, VERRIDE, and then have brackets. Now the first one is going to be where it's overriding it, and it is overriding it in the slash terrain dot png. That's the folder that that's the folder where it gets all the block textures from, and basically you're going to want to make it wherever you have it in. So I have it in a folder called tutorial, and then it's in a folder called tutorial, and then it is called b glowstone, and then .png, finish the bracket, and then after this you can do the semicolon. Oh, I forgot to do that. Okay, come on. I hate when it does that. Sorry. Okay, there. Now that should be done, and it should work. Now one thing that you have to do is, you see there is an error here, and it says sound glass footstep. Well, what you need to do is you need to put block dot and then just leave it. So it should be block dot sound glass footstep, and then it should turn blue. And this is because in the block.java it has the parameters for the step sound. So when we have it in here, we have to put the file that it comes from, which is block. So it comes from block, and then it's dot, which means that it's inside, and then it's using this parameter. So since we have that done, and then the third, here, go back up to this, the third one is material glass, and we'll leave it at that, so it means that the material is glass. Now this, I told you that this is the